in paradise. And as we get closer and closer to the end of the year, we're going to make some changes. We're not going to wait until the first of the year. We're going to start making our changes now. We're going to start making our plans now. So we're going to reiterate because we signed up 5 new students this past week. So this class is for all the new students. So DJ Kitty, hit the music. Okay. Okay, turn on the little one. Is it on?
Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum the earth side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum the earth side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now shake them to the side, side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now shake them to the side.
Do I need to press this again?
Sure, because I can't press.
Side to side. Now shake them up. Move your chi. Shake them up. Show me what you're working with. Shake them up. Move your chi. Shake them up. Qi-Gong. Heart long, liver spleen, kidney G, kidney G.
What's going on?
Heart long, liver spleen,
I don't
kidney
know.
G.
Because I can't press. Disconnected. Ready for there.
Shake your hands. Show me what you're working with. Shake your hands. Move your chi.
Shake your hands. Show me what you're working with. Now drum the sky, side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum the sky, side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum the earth, side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now drum the earth, side to side. Side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. To the side, side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now shake them to the side, side to side. Qi-Gong side to side. Now shake them up. Move your chi. Shake them up. Show me what you're working with. Shake them up. Move your chi. Shake them up. Show me what you're working with. Right kidney, left kidney, right liver, left spleen, heart, lung. Right kidney, left kidney, right liver, left spleen, heart, lung. Right kidney, left kidney, right liver, left spleen, heart, lung. Right hand jing. Right hand jing. Left hand chi. Left hand chi. Right hand shin. Left hand chi. Right hand jing. Left hand chi. Right hand shin. Left hand chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Jing. Chi. Shin. Chi. Heart. Lung. Liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi, heart, lung, liver, spleen, right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen. Right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, lung, liver, spleen. Right kidney, left kidney, jing, chi. Heart, lung. Heart, lung. Liver, spleen, liver. Liver, spleen, liver. Right kidney, left kidney. Right kidney, left kidney. Jing, chi. Jing, chi, heart, lung, heart, lung, liver, spleen, liver, liver, spleen, liver, right kidney, left kidney, right kidney, left kidney. Jing, Qi, Jing, Qi.
Lung, liver, spleen.
Kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen. Kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen. Kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen. Kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, kidney. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Heart, lung, liver, spleen, kidney, Qi, kidney, Jing. Blue Dragon, Qi-Gong. Okay. Now, we always talk about Jing, Qi, and Shen, but I'm not sure that you really get what Jing, Qi, and Shen is. So Jing, if you put your thumb in your belly button and let your hand lay flat, that is the center of the Jing. And the Jing is a three-dimensional ball, which is both your digestive and your reproductive systems. If you put your fingers on your nipple and go straight in, that is the center of your Qi field, which is your heart and lungs. They're not two separate organs, they are one system. And then the Shen, if you put your thumb on your temples and where your middle finger hits in the center of the forehead, that is the Shen. So the Shen means radiant light. Qi is breath. And Jing is essence. Essence, breath, radiant light. Wow, that's so much cooler than saying musculoskeletal, neuroendocrine, heart, lung, digestive, reproductive. Because you are now enrolled in the Blue Dragon Lifestyle Boot Camp. That's where you are right now. The system is designed to make 90% of you fail. That's the way the system is designed. So the only way to beat the system is to go to boot camp and learn how to defend yourself. So in Chinese medicine, Wei Qi is called defensive energy. You have to defend yourself against all enemies. And the Chinese believe that if your Wei Qi is deficient, then bacteria, virus, fungus, and parasites will then take over your body. The Chinese believe that you're born with 250 million viruses. The Chinese believe that you're born with 3 parasites in your lungs and 500 million bacteria, that you're born with all that. So it's not that you caught something. And the whole germ theory has been disproven by Louis Pasteur. So what we want to do is to strengthen the outer layer, because the Wei Qi circulates on the outer layer 25 times during the daytime and then retreats to the core 25 times at night. So that's pretty intense. And what we want to do is increase that flow of energy. Now, we have a skin layer, and there's a meridian called the tendinomuscular meridian, which goes on the skin layer. And then there's another meridian about 1 inch deeper that goes. So you have double layers of meridians that go through your whole body. Now, if you rub your hands together, generate some friction, generate some heat, and then you put your hand on the back of the other hand, you can feel heat coming through your hand. And now you can very gently push that heat. So the Qi is coming from the center of your palm, and you can push that Qi up your arm, up the back of your neck, across your jaw, down the front of your neck, and down the inside of the arm. So this is the arm yin, And then when you turn your hand over and you go up, this is the arm yang. And you should continue to feel that heat from the palm of your hand as you go up the back of the neck, across the jaw, down the front of the neck, through the top of the shoulder, and down the inside of the arm. That feels really good to me. I don't know about you, but now we're going to do it again. And now you're going to put the other hand on the back of the hand and very gently and slowly push that heat. So Qi is measured in terms of heat. And you're going to go up your arm, up the back of the neck, across the jaw, down the front of your neck, front of the shoulder. Doesn't that feel good? Okay, now, we have a cranial pump that secretes cerebrospinal fluid. And you can stimulate that cranial pump by tapping the center line. And you do that about 20 times, which is about 10 seconds. Now, just above your ears is the temporal lobe of the ear, temporal lobe of the brain, and if you go backwards, there's the parietal lobe of the brain. So if we do friction, we generate heat and increase blood flow to the part of the brain that stores memory. And if we go a little bit backwards to the parietal lobe, that's the part of the brain that controls movement. So you can do both at the same time. So increasing blood flow to the brain is the best way to ensure that your thinking, your analysis, your decision making is good and true. And then movement. So the parietal lobe controls movement. And a lot of people, as they age, they say, oh, my memory is going. Okay? So if the memory is going, that means that the file drawer is stuck. You can't get it open. So how do you open the file drawer? By creating friction and increasing blood flow to the brain. Now, if you're not getting enough blood flow to the brain for memory, then your neck is the muscle that restricts the blood flow. So when you're under stress, your shoulders go up tight against the bottom of your ears. And this is true of everybody in the world. And when people hear something that there's strong reaction to, they go. Even dogs and cats do it. Goats do it. Birds do it too. They go, ah. So if the shoulders go up, then the neck goes in sympathy. So in order to increase blood flow to the brain, you're going to hook your thumb under that muscle and you're going to pluck that muscle. And then you're going to do it on the opposite side. Okay, you're not hooking the thumb. You got to hook the thumb. Okay. And we do that 16 times. So the carotid artery supplies 3/5 of all the blood to the brain. And there's another artery in the back that supplies the rest. And then there's a ring in the center of the brain, and that ring is another artery that supplies blood to different parts of the brain. So that's absolutely positively what we need to do at least twice a day, morning and evening, while you're still laying in bed, and maybe in the middle of the day between 11 and 1 or 1 and 3. Now, this muscle here is called the trapezius muscle. I call it the stress muscle. So if you do this 8 times, and then do this 8 times, and then do this 8 times, and again 8 times, okay? So that drumming of the trapezius and the deltoid muscle is also going to increase blood flow to this area, okay? Now, if you make little hammers out of your fingertips and you find the collarbone, go to the end of the collarbone, go 4 fingers down, that is the center of the pectoral muscles, and it is the top of your lungs. So you make these little hammers like this, and you tap the pectoral muscle. Now, I want you to inhale, and then exhale. Then inhale, and then exhale. And then inhale. Now, that should be tender because you're not used to doing it. So if we can get the pectoral to relax, we can get the trapezius to relax, we can get the deltoid to relax, then we're going to get blood flow up into the brain. Now, when we go heart, heart, lung, okay? So the left side, the heart is nested on the left side. So your left lung only has 2 chambers, your right lung has 3 chambers. So heart, heart, lung, we're getting the heart and the lungs, okay? Now, belly button, there's a central line. Above the belly button is the diaphragm muscle that pushes the air out of the lungs. Now, we believe that the heart pumps the blood. Now, the heart is a pump, but it's the diaphragm that pumps the blood. Because when the diaphragm pushes the air out, the blood goes in. And then when you breathe in, the blood goes out. So it's actually your diaphragm and not your heart. And there's 4 chambers to the heart. So it goes from the lower left, which is all the blood from the arms and legs, and then it goes to the upper left, then it goes to the lungs to get oxygen, then it comes back to the upper right, then it goes down to the lower right, and then it's distributed to the whole body. So when you hear that sound, lub dub, doom doom, that's all 4 doors of your heart opening and closing 7 times. That's how fast the blood circulates through your body. All of your body's blood goes through your ear every hour, every drop of blood. So if we want to touch your blood, the best place to touch it is in your ears. So we grab the lobe of the ear and we pull down and out from the face. And when we do that, we're actually touching our face. And this little cave right here is the chest cavity. So when we do 30 circles forward, we're touching the chest. And then there's a little lip, and there's another little hollow, which is the abdominal cavity. And then there's another little lip, and there's what we call the triangular fossa, which is the pelvic cavity. So you can literally touch your ears, touch your blood, and through electromagnetic energy go into the brain and then stimulate the entire body. So this is what I want to transmit to you, and repetition is the mother of skill. And that's why I repeat myself, because I know not everybody watches the same class every single day. Some of you are hit and miss. So I want to keep repeating myself. Eventually, it will sink in. Your health is in your hands. You have total control, okay? I read a post last night. This acupuncture buddy of mine had kidney cancer and bladder cancer, and it affected his brain. Now, in Chinese medicine, we say the kidneys are connected to the brain. So his neurological function went out, and he wanted to die. He was only 32 years old. And then he said, I want to live, I want to live, I want to live. And he started doing his Qi-Gong practices. And then he reached out to me, and 6 weeks later, 10 days later, cancer was gone. Gone, just from doing Qigong. And not even my Qigong, it's Qigong that he learned. We're just Qigong buddies. So I want you to know that Qigong works, whether it comes from me or someone else. So there's layers of the body. And by doing the padding, we increase the vibration of energy flowing through the body. And that's something that's very, very necessary for your self-healing, self-love, and self-care, okay? So we've now come to the conclusion of part 1 of Sunrise Qigong. Stay tuned for part 2 right after this.